new, even though it looks like new, because just imagine that you cannot see yourself outside the game. So you are playing the game, but you are inside, you are the player of the game. So for you, that you are inside the game, it looks very real, the game, because you cannot see from outside. You are not the man on the controller, but you are inside the game, you are the player, okay? And then when you are playing the game, you have all the techniques, cheat codes, everything to play the game. But it's like a game, so you have secrets, you have hidden places, you have treasures, you have all kinds of stuff. So this is like the GTA game. And everything that is outside of you, you are one of the players, is also other players. And the things that are not players are programs. Now, when you go online, social media and all those stuff, these are all programs. Now, how do you run efficiently all those programs in a way that you can control the entire third dimension? In order to control the entire third dimension in an invisible mode, because you do not see internet. Can you see internet? No. Internet can be manifested with electronic physical devices, but actually the internet is invisible. You are receiving Wi-Fi invisible, right? So how do you control the entire third dimension without any player notice that they are being controlled, like in the Matrix? You have to run these programs through fourth dimension. Now, what is the fourth dimension? The fourth dimension is a dimension where does not need the physical interaction. So you don't need the physicality. It can run without physical stuff. So it's energy, okay? Now this energy would be much cleaner, let's say positive, if it wouldn't be controlled through these maniacs that are controlling this matrix. The ones who are behind, the ones that control this world. All these programs, religion, tradition, cultures, these are all programs inside the matrix, inside the CD-ROM, which inside the CD-ROM you still have other lines in the memory that are connected to this Earth. So Earth is just another game, and then inside the game of Earth you have all these programs running. So it's a huge CD-ROM, because I'm talking about the entire universe inside that CD. Now you can put this into other perspectives, for example different CDs, but then how you go from CD to CD, and that's why I put everything in one CD. So the more you make zoom, you will see so much. It's like this endless zoom that makes you psychedelic, because it continues to grow and grow, and actually you are going in. So it's like the macro to micro and micro to macro. Yeah. So till you arrive here, Earth, okay? It's a game on its own. And then there's all these rules, laws, principles that make the game possible to run. Now, what Neo did in the Matrix was to destroy the machines, to unplug. He gave himself up as the one in order to reload the entire Matrix, okay? The Matrix continue, but he free the species, right? So it's like Jesus Christ, like Buddha, and all Asian masters. They all try to tell us that through unconditional love, which is the master key of this, you can set yourself up for big steps in life and to really awaken yourself from the program. So for example, when you are playing a game, you are outside, you are seeing yourself playing the game, and you are seeing the player. But when you are here in this life, you are the player, but actually you are not. Because if you would be the player, then you would be the body. But we all know that we are not the body, because when we leave the body, we go to another realm. So they want you to believe that you are the body. And the Asian masters say that you are not the body. We are way more than the body. So the mind is actually the center of everything. Now, going back a little bit, the fourth dimension includes all these programs, including social media. So social media is just like another game, but then inside there's lots of platforms, and these platforms are just different parts of the same game, okay? So it's like a game within the game, within the game, within the game. So the more you go in, the more niche you go, okay? It's within the game, of the game, of the game, of the game. So the more in you go in all those those games, within the games, you are not actually going in within you. You are actually going in without you. And so that's where the fourth dimension comes and picks you up. Now, I'm not saying that I am out of the fourth dimension. We all are inside the fourth dimension. And I'm gonna tell you why. Money, fear, and then you have all these laws, rules, tradition, cultures, religions, political, sports, competition. All of these are aspects of the illusion of the outer self. Now, this is all that is outside of yourself, and it's actually an illusion, because this was created from the fourth dimension. That's how they control you. Now, let me tell you, this can be a little bit confusing, but I hope you are understanding. YouTube is just another game within the game, which is another program, let's say. And in this program, for example, when TV was created, you have these TV channels program. So you are programming every channel, okay? You remember when you used to have to buy a TV and a satellite box, and then you had to program the channels, okay? Even the guy, the technician, would come and program your channels, okay? Now, this is no longer, still has to done, but almost comes automatically, alright? But you still can do. So what I want to share with you is that we all have been inside of this program. Many people are inside programs, which can be considered also as boxes, okay? So when a couple says, my husband is inside a box, when he comes home, he's inside the box. My wife is inside the box. It means we are all inside of those programs, okay? It's a program within the program to program you, okay? To program your subconscious mind in order to maintain you inside this matrix, okay? Now, YouTube is the second biggest, most famous program in the matrix, in this matrix. And we are all playing it because there is competition involved, there is money involved. Money is from the fourth dimension. Higher evolved beings do not need money as a currency, as a tool to manage their lives, because just think for a second, Jesus Christ didn't need any money at all. Buddha, he was rich, he also didn't need any money at all. Now, if you pay close attention to all ascended masters, they all rejected money somehow. I don't say money is bad, but that's what they want you to believe. Money is bad, but at the same time is not bad. To let you confused. When you are confused, you can be programmed. That's how they control you. Now, I just noticed this because the twin flame of my brother just reminded me, and my brother, they both reminded me that YouTube is run by the fourth dimension. And then I said, what? And then I started to analyze all of this, and I really came to realize that it's actually the truth. Because it was clear to me, yes, but I just didn't want to believe. Because we all think that abundance, some of us think and believe that abundance should also be equal and shared and beneficial and so on. But the thing is, look all that you can do with money. There's always the negative and the positive side of money. But with money, as there is a money involved in this journey, in a platform, for example, to monetize videos on YouTube, there's money involved. Now, if you stop monetizing the videos on the channel, YouTube is no longer gonna share equally your videos in the platform, and especially when you are trying to tell some truth that they don't want you to share, okay? And that's a big problem. That's when it starts to operate from the fourth dimension. Now, there's many players inside this platform that are using the fourth dimension energy to control the other players. So you are a player, and each one of us is another player. We are all players of this game. Let's climb the stairs. So YouTube is run by players that play the fourth dimension. In a way that we do not perceive that it's actually coming from the fourth dimension, and that's the highest form of intelligence that they have created to control us, to control our freedom. Now, what you do not see is that they don't care if you actually know the truth and share the truth and so on, as long as you play their game. Now, what consists their game? Their game is all about competition. It's all the aspects. If you go study how highly advanced civilizations, highly advanced cultures, highly evolved beings live, you will see that everything we do is actually the opposite of what they are and how they live. So as long as we live the opposite of highly evolved beings, for them it's actually okay, and they just create this kind of, not 100% easy, but also not 100% difficult. So it's like 50-50, so that you don't feel that it's actually the fourth dimension controlling you. Now, the way you do this is to have players that play on your side. So they were actually trying to use me. And it's not like you have to sign contracts or something like that. You do it subconsciously, okay? So what they do is actually to give you a better life, okay? So when you start a YouTube channel and you actually start to have way more than 100,000 subscribers, you can actually start to earn, dependent on what you do, quite a lot, okay? Way more than your average life 9 to 5, okay? So you quit your job and everything is good because you start to live a good life, okay? So their intention, their domination starts there. As long as there is money involved as the currency, and then fear is the currency of control, they want you to believe that fear, yes, is the currency of control, but so as money is. Money is the highest currency of control, because as long as there is money involved, you will always act in a way that you will always have to put money in first. If you do not put money first, they will actually try to make you put money in first, because just pay close attention. Just like me, there was a time I was earning around 15,000 per month, okay? 15,000 euros. And that's actually like 17 or 18,000 dollars, US dollars. Now, with this kind of life, you start to see yourself as a little bit higher than the average, and like automatically, not my intention, but that's how you start to see things. Now you have to be constantly telling yourself that you are still one with everyone, because otherwise you will be very easy controlled and let yourself go into this money currency wave, and then you will start to behave like anybody else that starts to earn a lot of money. Now, I know you're gonna be like, yeah, there's a lot of people out there that they are not like that, so they are actually very good people, they help, like Mr. Beast, Infinite Waters, and so on, but just pay close attention. What do you think that the best videos in one channel are? For example, pay close attention to Infinite Waters. Infinite Waters can do a very good video of how to expand your consciousness, find your soulmate, and so on, positive stuff, love is the way and everything. But then after the next video, he's doing daily videos, it's like they want you locked down for 24 months. So he actually repeats himself over 20 or 30 times in the same video of 20 or 30 minutes.
They want you in lockdown for the next 24 months. They want you in lockdown for the next 24 months. Pandemic 2 is coming. This is biowarfare, deep divers. They want you in lockdown for the next 24 months. What? Slow motion this side. Deep divers, this is biowarfare. They want you in lockdown for the next 24 months. Pandemic 2 is coming. This is biowarfare. Okay? But this is biowarfare. They want you in lockdown for the next 24 months. Pandemic 2 is coming. Now, this is biowarfare. They want you in lockdown for the next 24 months. This is all because, like I said, of the new smart grid that they want. Okay, they want it up and running this decade. And that's great because profit can only be made when you do not have a cure. There's no profit in the cure, only when you don't have one. And that's why this is biowarfare. Follow the money, deep divers. Follow the money. Follow the money. Deep divers, this is biowarfare. They want you in lockdown for the next 24 months. Pandemic 2 is coming. I want to remind you, whatever you focus on grows. They want you to focus on this COVID-19 so you will create the whole pandemic. But if you don't focus on it, it won't even exist. Deep divers, your mind creates your reality. Take back your mind from the media. Take back your mind from the television and learn how to be an architect of your own reality. And then you'll just say,
they want you locked down for 24 months. They want you locked down for 24 months, but multiple times. Like, you don't need to repeat that many times, but he repeats. He makes sure that he repeats all those times. He repeats himself so much in every single occasion that you start to be programmed. Hypnotization is actually a program. It's to program you. So the way he behaves is actually to program you. And now you're gonna say, yeah, but he has so much good stuff and positive stuff and I'm so healthy with him and everything. Yes, but he doesn't share the entire truth and he's actually a gatekeeper. How do I know that? Because in order for you to be a gatekeeper or to detect a gatekeeper, you actually have to know if they are sharing the entire truth or not. And you can see that, for example, he never shares how to reach enlightenment because he himself, he never tries to reach enlightenment. So he's actually using the fourth dimension energy and is keeping you in his own program, and that's how the fourth dimension runs into the people, because it doesn't need to be them controlling you directly. They use players into the game and they offer them a better life, a life full of these currencies of control, which is money, fear, and all those aspects, competition. And then when you run this program, he is going to run his own program inside of the platform, which is a game. And then it's going to have competition, and then YouTube is going to push more the videos that actually make people afraid and fear, and that's how he grows. So he makes one video good and then one video bad, one video good, one video bad, and that's how he keeps you programmed in his program. So he's actually trying not to set you free, but to set you in his own program. So you're being programmed by Infinite Waters, Ralph Smart. And I can tell you that so many other channels out there, even the ones that are not even spiritual, they are actually running the same program. Each person that has a channel has their own program. So it's actually the same TV program. So YouTube, what is YouTube? YouTube is the second most popular search engine in the world for videos. The first is Google, but both are run by Google. So Google is the first of everything. Now, one incorporates videos on its own, which is Google. When you search something, when you put all, it's gonna appear image, files, videos, and everything. I have a lot of people that find my videos through Google, not through YouTube. So the way to run this is they give you all the tools to run your own channel. So YouTube and Google and all of this is actually the advanced version of the TV, because when they saw that they needed to advance on technology and the TV was no longer holding the new generation of people, then they had to come up with the next generation of TV. And the next generation of programming TV is YouTube. Now, how do you make it more believable other than the TV itself, because the TV is run by actors, presenters, and all of these people that you might think, this is controlled, so I don't believe. So then they came with everyone, people like you, to run their own programs. Now, how you make everyone run their own programs to control, to keep going, to keep the control of the fourth dimension going? So you need to include all the tools of currency that control. So money, competition, fear, and all of that. Status, which is likes, comments, and all of that. And the more you accomplish that, the more you earn, the more you grow, and the more you can control more people. So you can even reach millions and millions of people, right? So, and you have a better life. Now, why do you think that people, when start to earn a little bit more, they actually start to buy cars, houses, and they show you on their channel? And they even make a video about how much they earn in previous videos, because YouTube likes that. They want you to make you addicted to this kind of life, which is not your true life, because the life without is without, not within. Now, the reality behind of this is kind of scary, but I just want to set you free. Okay? So, in order to keep everyone in control, you have to run this game with players that play on your side, that looks like they play on your side, but they are actually just benefiting. They are growing their own benefit. For example, there's a video of Infinite Waters, I don't know which one is, that he actually says is financially free, and YouTube is his biggest financial freedom. So he said, now we cannot even talk about 5G and COVID-19 in one video, because otherwise they're gonna demonetize me. And then he said, oh, please, YouTube, don't demonetize me, because I really need this. Now, highly evolved beings, they do not need anything. They do not need anything. And that's when the problem starts, because they want you to need them. And when you need them, you are owned. So, if you go to Brazil or any other country that has these favelas and these places, third world countries, and you have all these places where people are easily controlled by the government, you will see that there's corrupt politicians and all of these, that they can control the masses, the poor, by owning them. And how they own them? They own them by giving, for example, something that
they came bearing gifts, mirrors, scissors, trinkets, things that the natives couldn't get on their own. But to continue receiving them, they had to work for the Portuguese. And that's why all Brazilians speak Portuguese today. Now, if you dominate the people with violence, they will eventually fight back, because they have nothing to lose. And that's the key. I go into the favelas and give them something to lose. Electricity, running water, schoolrooms for their kids. And for that taste of a better life, I own them.
they are needing. When you need something, you are easily owned by whoever's gonna give you. And if it's not God giving you, then most likely it's someone that can control and use the fourth dimension to control you, to own your ass. Now, the way this works is they give you something that you are needing. For example, clean water, schools, hospitalization. Some of these aspects, attributes that we need. And that's how they start to own them. So you're gonna praise the government or whoever is giving you this, because it's providing you the basics of life that you need, and that's how they can control. Now, in the Matrix, in this program, it's basically the same thing. So all these players like Infinite Waters, Mr. Beast, and all of those, they are giving you something that you need in return of their financial freedom. So if YouTube takes down the monetization from Infinite Waters, let's say, he will hardly make another video. If he knows that he has no chance, he will no longer make videos, because he actually only makes videos in order to earn the money, because without that money he is no longer financially free. So he's only rich because of YouTube. Now, if YouTube takes down his revenue, his way of earning, he's no longer going to be financially free. And that's how this works. Money is the currency of the fourth dimension. This is all the fourth dimension energy controlling. Now, what happened to me? I have a YouTube channel of meditation music, which is called Love Motives Meditation Music. Before it used to be called Locos Motivos, and I changed many times the name according to what I was feeling, and now it's forever Love Motives. What happened to my channel is that it was my biggest platform, my biggest form of revenue, and also the biggest one I had, and they actually demonetized me due to reused content. Now, whoever says that this reused content is actually a technique to control whoever is spreading the truth, or also is actually to control your ass. So what I feel is like I am this kind of channels, like other channels on meditation music and so on, that have received this reused content. Now, this could be an error, yes, like I think it was, but also could be something for you to notice that they own you. Because when they took me down, I was thinking what I'm gonna do, because this is my only form of revenue, mostly. I have other forms, but they are not as big as this one. So if I would be taken down for a long time, I would lose pretty much all my moment life that I was acquiring through this revenue. So when I came down and then I came back because I share in my channel multiple times every day with all of you subscribers, everyone that follows me and supports me. We all manifested together the return of the channel. Now, why is it so important to be monetized on YouTube? When you are monetized on YouTube, your content will share ads, which makes the YouTube alive and makes the fourth dimension possible to exist. So they share more and you also grow more. We can still use the fourth dimension, but this dimension won't allow you to naturally ascend, because even though we are God having a human being experience, we can still be easily controlled, because we all use these currencies, okay? These currencies of control. Money is the biggest one. Fear is after the money, because even a millionaire has a lot of money, okay? He doesn't know what fear is as long as he's out of money. So when you are out of money, you will start to feel fear, because you don't know what's going to happen next, because you lost your security, your base, your foundation. Money is what keeps you secure, okay? Now, on YouTube, this program, this game is the same thing. They control your behavior, they control the information by banning you, by shutting you down, by shutting your revenue down, and then you have to find other ways of earning if you want to step out of this control. Now, many people do not realize, because this happens in such a way that you do not even feel that this is happening, okay? You don't even know that you are actually inside the matrix, because we don't even can really prove that this exists. And if it exists, you will mainly believe, mostly, that we are the body. So as we are the body, in this perception of being the body, then you are also the money, you are also the fourth dimension. Now, the fourth dimension operates on the mind level, on the subconscious level. And they have been controlling us for generations, okay? The first currency of control was fear, and this still is. Because if you see around, this COVID-19 is fear that controls the masses. We have been all locked down just by using fear. Now, vaccination, money, all fear, health, all comes to fear. But one of the first integrations into the system of this matrix was money. There was a time where a currency of money, such like money, was cacao beans. And then used to be stones and so many other stuff. Some kind of rare stones, then gold and all of this, and then coins, and then came to be money. And now it's still advancing, because money is still not the last one. There's actually no last one. They want to keep on going till money is actually you, so that they can control your existence with some kind of currency, because they want to make it digital, okay? That's why ID 2020. Now, they want to connect you with artificial intelligence with this is called transhumanism. But the whole point of this is to fully connect your consciousness to the artificial intelligence, and then they can plug you just like in the Matrix, and then they will be able to control your thoughts and your entire behavior, and actually put you inside another matrix. So they want to they want to plug you to the matrix as you are already plugged or being controlled, but they really actually want to plug you physically to the matrix. So they want to own your body. Now, this is only going to happen if you live by their rules, okay? What nobody is teaching you on YouTube, as I'm choosing in this GODMAN channel, and I pretty much know that this channel won't go very far, very popular, because I'm all about the truth. I remember one day, I have so many videos to share with you about the highest of the highest truth ever. And I actually experienced that. I'm not just reading something from somebody else, because I actually experiencing all of that. All of that I'm saying, I actually experienced myself. Most of it. Of course, vaccination and all of this, I'm not going to experience. I don't need to experience to know how bad it is. But I say, when I say about things on my journey, it's actually things that I really experienced because I really seeked for. Okay. Now, I'm looking around because I'm in public and people are not so used to have somebody filming, making a video here and speaking in English and everything. Here people speak in Portuguese, and you never know. I don't live by fear, but you have to be very cautious because people can be sometimes more dangerous than the system itself. I have so many times that police actually only comes because somebody else called. So that's how we are so programmed. Instead of helping each other, we are actually calling the system into others, thinking that we own the asses of somebody else and we are actually more right than somebody else. We are better than somebody else, and that's where we fail as a highly evolved species. So there's nothing bad with this because God knows this, and we are just children in terms of ascension level. So we are awakening. We are an awakening species. We are still awakening. Okay. Of course, this is in general. There's people already that ascended, but that's very few that actually ascend. Now, let's go to names. Okay. I'm just gonna name a few because even me, I could be one of the guys that actually also runs by the fourth dimension and actually is keeping you inside the program. So for example, my meditation music channel, let's speak about real true facts because that's what's happening with me. They shut me down. And then I was able to bring it after 1 week with the help of all of you, because we actually manifested with group meditation, group manifestation, by being all together, focus, energy into just one thing. And this one thing was to bring me back to monetize. Because otherwise my channel won't reach as many people possible. So there's a way to use the fourth dimension without being ruled by the fourth dimension. Now, you can say, that's why I have a 9-to-5 job. No, 9-to-5 job is even worse because you are actually being controlled by the matrix. You're not even using the fourth dimension, because if you use a little bit of the fourth dimension, it's better than to be ruled entirely by the matrix, because 9-to-5 job is actually the matrix itself running over 100% in your life. Every time you go to the church, every time you go to your work, every time you go to do this kind of ritual program thing, it's actually you are running the matrix by yourself. So you are actually owned by them entirely. Now, when you run on the fourth dimension, you are using energy above the 3D. So that's why you are actually able to tap into higher energies. Now, these energies could be led to more money, more ego, which is fourth dimension, which is controlled by the mind, subconscious, unconscious, all of this. Or you can start, as you start to perceive that 3D is not our reality and there's more, you can actually know how to tap also into the 5D, 6D, and 7D, and so on. Because that's where the unconditional love comes from. Now, when you talk about fourth dimension, like I'm talking now, there's many possible ways to control this fourth dimension. For example, people think that bad spirits, angels, and all of these that come from the negativity or the darkness, they can be easily controlled or vanish by just spreading some light here and there and love, and that's it. And they actually no. They can use all these tools to fake that they are on your side, and that for you to think that you're already done, so you are better, and now it's all okay, you are on the light. They can actually fake being in the light or in the love, and you will never notice. So when you speak about angels and spirits and everything, this can be mutable. So actually energies from the darkness, from the 4D, pretending to be something that you want. So for example, if they see that you are very pleasant with, they can feel that on you. So if you feel like you are somehow connected, your being is connected to angels, and you think angels are pure, they can actually pretend themselves as angels and start to operate in your life, and then you feel like you are touched and changed and improve your life. And then when you see, you are actually being run by this program through the fake angels, okay? And then another person, for example, believes in some kind of ascended master. This 4D entities can actually pretend to be an ascended master and start to speak with you, and you won't even know the difference. Because they know your weak points, and they know that you seek the outer self of yourself, and that's how they own you. Now, I'm gonna quit speaking about negativity, the negative side. Now, the positive side. How to know and to not use the 4D like I'm going to do now. Because just because I renounce myself, I don't feel good when I have to do a music just for the status, okay? For example, I was feeling so good to do the zodiac signs on my meditation music channel, and I already did 6. And just for you to have an idea, the entire 6 videos I have done on the zodiac sign music, all together, I stopped, I make a pause, and then the last 2 videos that I usually do on music, just the 2 together, they make the entire views of all the 6 zodiac sign videos of music. So this is how different is how it feels when you are doing something that you love, which is different, it's new, you're doing something that you love. That's how many views or many appreciation you get, status, on those videos when you love something. And when you do something that you love, but at the same time it's like half-half, 50-50, so much views. So the status change. So what can we learn from this? What can we learn is that on YouTube you cannot do 100% what you love. And this is wrong, because you should be able to do exactly what you love to do. Now, you will notice that there is a few channels that they really speak out of their mind, like everything they want, and they don't care. They swear and everything, I don't fucking care and everything, boom. But you will see that they don't grow as much, because YouTube knows that they are not corresponding entirely to their game, okay? Now, they will still grow because there's money involved. Now, when you demonetize the videos, this channel will no longer grow as much. And I can name a few channels. For example, there's a biggest channel out there that speaks about flat earth and actually proves you in 5 minutes that the earth is actually flat. His channel is constantly being shut down. If he was never being shut down in any way, it would be like 200, 300, 400,000 subscribers. 400,000 subscribers. Or 500,000 subscribers. But now, if I tell you how many subscribers he has, I'm gonna put you here if I remember. He doesn't even have 100,000 subscribers because he has been shut down so many times. This is what happens when you do not play the game as they want. When you do not care so much about the money, when you don't care about the fear, and you actually spread the highest truth ever, and you go beef with them with the truth, light and love, they're gonna shut you down. Now, there's many ways to fake the shutting down. You can actually delete your own video and re-upload your own video in another platform and make everyone go there and pay for you, and actually nobody shut you down. It's just a way for you to get even more money and to make everyone believe that actually they were the ones who shut you down. And YouTube doesn't give a damn about that, because they are still earning and owning your ass, okay? Now, since I was demonetized, and I actually start to perceive that this doesn't feel good when I have to do everything that YouTube wants in their own way, because you can see in the videos, it's not like they are having a conversation with you. You have to be very careful, because YouTube is run by fourth dimension. And most of the people, the players on YouTube, are playing their game. So they actually want to own your ass, own your mind in their own programs. And that's why they behave in a certain way. And for example, Infinite Waters, when he does like this and this and this, these are all meanings of control. This is signs of the fourth D. He might not even realize this, but that's how it works, because he knows that these types of thumbnails and video topics and everything, that's what works most. So even if he wants to do, yeah, be free, be free, be free, love, 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 enlightenment, enlightenment, it's not gonna work forever. So you actually have to go and pick these topics of fear and control and all of this in order to make you more, to program more people and to earn more, so you can have a higher and a higher and a higher life abundance. Now, it's possible to have abundance without much of the 4D, but that's what I'm studying right now, and we have to go within, and that's the problem. People nowadays with YouTube, what they want is to make you addicted and forced to go always to search for information out of yourself. And all the spiritual and ascended masters, they never search outside of themselves. They all search within themselves. So nowadays we all go search for information outside of ourselves, and we rarely seek information within. So, you know, this thin voice of your soul that rarely speaks to you, because you rarely seek the soul, it's actually the God that speaks to you. You won't believe that, but that's what I'm telling you. God actually speaks to you every single second, every single minute, every single hour, every single day, every single night, every single moment to you. But you actually don't listen, because you have paid so much attention to outside of yourself instead of your within self. And that's the biggest problem. That's how the fourth dimension controls you, because it knows and wants you to continue to seek even more and more and more of the information without the self. So in order to grow your abundance, have a better life and everything with your inner self, that's it, that's the answer. You have to search more your inner self than your outer self. So actually you have to quit more YouTube and start to seek answers from within yourself, because you are the universe, you are God, you are the everything. And that's what these masters or fake gurus, or even if they are true gurus, like Sadhguru for example, is another one that is from the fourth dimension, because it doesn't set you free forever. Like, he knows how to achieve enlightenment. Just pay close attention when he speaks. He knows the truth, but he will never share with you how to become a Buddha, for example. He never turned himself like a Buddha. I don't say that we have to be like Buddha or like Jesus or like any other ascended master. We have to be us, yes. He can be his own, I don't have nothing against him, but the thing is, you have to pay close attention, because you are seeking information outside of yourself. And so you know him from YouTube. So when you go to him, for example, there's always something to pay. There's always something to be with him. So he's gonna share his information little by little, and never set you entirely free, because that's the main rule of the fourth dimension, is to never set you completely free, so that you are owned. So you will be addicted. We shouldn't be addicted to anybody in this world. We should be addicted to ourselves, to our own self. And that's how they control us. That's how they control our behavior and everything. That's why they want to unplug us to artificial intelligence, so that we cannot escape anymore. We cannot choose anymore, because they are afraid of our choice. And what I want with this channel is for you to start to choose your within self. When you choose your within self, you actually start to tap into your highest and truth self of your inner God. Your inner God is the one that can set you free, can give you everything you always wished for. Everything you always dreamed for is with God, within you. And as you don't seek within, then you start to seek without. And that's where the fourth dimension catches you. So this is what really happens. You are being controlled by the 4D, because you seek information outside of yourself. So in order to not use the 4D, you have to seek information within. And so my channel has suffered a loss of over 50%, just because I said to myself, I no longer want to be controlled or to put out content that does not make me 100% love. So I came back, yes, to monetize, but at the same time, I lost over 50% of revenue monthly. So what I learned from that is that I now start to be even more grateful than ever, with much little than I have, because I may have lost a little bit myself on the way, because I was not able to detect. I stopped meditation for over a year and started to work so much, and I started to notice that I started to give myself so much time. I was working more than 9 to 5 job. I was spending more time on YouTube channel than a person that spends on 9 to 5 job, just to keep the abundance going and the revenue and a good life, because I have a family and all of that. But the true fact is, since I'm spending way more time with my family, my son, my little son, Avatar, and so much love, it's making me realize that even though I'm not spending as much time working on the YouTube is not going, my analytics is not going as much down as before. And before I was giving so much more work than now. So the difference is that when you behave on love and unconditional love without thinking on any other thing other than love, you will actually start to feel like everything else will start to work on its own, because you are on the wave, on the energy of the higher love. And this higher love is above the 4D energy, because it's all about control, currency of control. All types of currency of control is run by 4D. That's why when I meditate, I try to not focus on the 4D, because there's this tunnel, and outside of this tunnel, it's a 4D. I can open a tunnel to cross through the 4D to go beyond 5D and all. But this takes a little bit of practice, time, and a lot of love. And if you are not with a crystal clear mind and practicing daily, you will lose your track, because the 4D is everywhere. It's an energy you cannot see, but you start to feel if you are earthed, grounded. For example, Infinite Waters doesn't share with you the truth about diet. For example, he says, yeah, you have to be vegan and vegan and vegan and vegan and vegan. And I used to be vegan as well, but now I no longer am, because I have to try, because something is missing. How is possible that vegan is the way, and yet we all have different blood types that require different types of food, and the vegan diet is always incomplete? There's missing K2, big amounts of not iron, but there's a lot of elements that are missing. D3, K2, all of these you need, and it doesn't exist, because in the vegan diet you don't have. You have to go for supplements, and yet supplements are not natural. So what kind of diet is that you need supplements in order to equal whatever you are doing, when you can get the same in a proper diet for your blood type? So every single blood type needs actually to consume animal products, animal meat, all of that. But this can be transcended, yes. But in the vegan diet, I was always missing something. And yet, I was meditating, I was believing, I was doing everything I can, detox, all of that. I did all of it. Urine therapy, distilled water, and all of this. All nutrients, all fasting, juicing, all of it. And yet, I still miss stuff. And my teeth are still becoming... They are not regenerating, they are still going, still being affected by this. So there's a big things playing, and this is all we are live by illusion, because who can assure you that is actually 100% vegan? Because you don't know what happens behind the camera. And it's very nice if you keep your channel going in a certain way, that you make everyone believe that it's a certain way, right? When you don't know what's happening behind the cameras, okay? So I'm actually truthful with you a lot, and I don't care if I lose subscribers, if I lose anything, because I'm actually on the truth path. One time when I really awakened, and one of the books that helped me to awaken was the Conversations with God, Neil Donald Walsh. When I awakened, I meditated, and I really felt, I already had the Kundalini awakening and all of that. I know the path to enlightenment, and there's more than one way, and I'm still learning other ways to enlightenment. But does any one of these people share with you the true path to enlightenment? Of course not. Of course not. They don't share with you. They want to run you. They want you to be on their programs. Now, I said one time to God, because I can actually speak to God. Every one of us can. And I'm gonna teach you how in one video. What I said to God was, God, please, don't let me live a lie anymore. I want from now on that you deliver me always the most truthful path ever. I no longer want to be lied to unless I need that to remember any type of lesson or anything. But other than that, I want the truth of the truth of the truth always, ever, forever, in unconditional love form. So I don't care if the truth hurts, but I want to experience the highest truth ever, because I want to live the true path to enlightenment of my own self being. And I felt the energy of God enlighten me and fulfilling me, and that's why one time I was deep meditating and I actually had a visiting of God face to face. That's how powerful it is, okay? And I also had a face to face, more like a body to body, because Jesus appeared in his whole form, front, face to face with me. And Jesus appeared in daytime with me, to me, and God appeared nighttime to me. One was more like a light meditation during the day, Jesus, and the God was more like a deep meditation, very long one in the night, in the full moon. So what I want to share with you is that be aware of who you really are. The biggest purpose of your life here is to remember who you really are. And this remember won't be outside of yourself, but within. And when I say within, is your true within, not the within of, hey, let me search a video talking about the within. I even tell all of you that, yes, my videos are going to be very usable for you, but I'm actually giving you tools to search your own within. I cannot give you enlightenment. I cannot give you anything that you have to experience by your own true in self. I'm being very truthful with you. I cannot give you enlightenment. I cannot give you any of those things other than you achieve by your own true inner self. I can just give you the tools. You are the one who has to walk with it. And if you don't like that, then welcome to the fourth dimension. So I'm done for now. If you have any questions, leave in the comments, because I'm reading the comments. And share this video, subscribe, because it's important for YouTube algorithm, for the fourth dimension. But I'm actually gonna use this channel to increase the positivity of, and to set you really free. I'm gonna give you all the tools you need for you to seek your own enlightenment in this GODMAN channel. So my name is Ivo Artur, this is GODMAN. Stay tuned for the next video. Peace.